All right, here we go. We're going to continue Life is Strange Reunion. Chapter 1, we had just switched over to Max.
Wow. Okay, fine. I'll go get my camera. Just keep being resplendent till I get back. How long was I gone on this trip? 3 days? Somehow it still feels good to come home to Vermont. My camera is underneath all this. Car packing for dummies. Whatever you need most goes to the back. This weekend was the height of my professional success. And I survived it on donuts and coffee. I always tell my students that a key to being an artist is a daily journal practice. Sometimes I even follow it myself. After last year, it was time to start fresh with a new journal.
All right, so we already went through the journal and text messages in a previous video, so we're just going to keep moving.
My agent Hazel said I need to look more like an artist, so I bought this hat. I think I'll stick to looking like Max. My manager Hazel is always looking out for me, and sometimes I want to kill her. Some of my students take my class so seriously, it's intimidating.
This one says, I used a 24mm prime lens at f/2.8 mid-afternoon overcast conditions and an aluminum bounce board for the key. My intention was to capture the malevolence of the subject, particular in the eyes, in which I used point lighting to accentuate the inherent sinister qualities. Max responded, excellent work. You really brought the subject
Loretta
to life.
is smart enough to half-ass her assignments and get away with it.
This says, I used my phone to capture a still life of my recorder and a bottle of beer. I wanted to explore compositional enjambment, a new concept I invented to express my feelings about my love of journalism and how it interferes with my ability to have a social life. Max, compositionally very effective. Next time, focus in on how the lighting can sculpt your intended emotion.
My manager Hazel is always looking out for me. The further my life takes me, the more I find myself coming back to this trusty old friend. 1 gallery showing, 3 magazine meetings, and 1 commission proposal. So of course I packed 25 different outfits. My most trusted companion.
Max's Polaroid.
The selfie I took just before this trip. I think I knew I'd want to hold on to this moment. Time for your close-up.
We're using the up button to look at the camera here. Using R2 to take a photo. Pretty simple, just point and shoot. Can retake the photo with double exposure, which I did. Pressing O. Let's save. Moses said, "It's been a crazy weekend. There's a lot happening. Like, a lot." Max, is everything okay? Moses, just focus on your trip. I'll fill you in when you get back. Are you back? Are you safe? Max, of course I'm safe. Still on the road. What's going on? Moses, good. Then stay away for now. There's some kind of attack on campus. Max, oh my God, what's happening? Are you okay? Moses, I'm headed to the observatory. There are students trapped. It's a fire, spreading quick, really bad. Stay away. I'll let you know when it's clear. Max, no, I'm coming to help. I'll be there soon. Stay safe.
Something horrible is happening on campus. I've got to get back now. I've been gone for 3 days and all hell has broken loose. This is so horrible.
So generally you can just walk around with the left control stick. The R2 button allows you to kind of run around, playing on PlayStation 5 here. Let's explore.
Where's the damn fire department?
They're all tied up at that destroyed building where this mess started. Vermont?
But all the students are down here. Fuck!
All units on site, 1082 at the Fine Arts Building. Repeat, all units.
Damn it! Come on!
Campus security is out in force. Is it for the fire or something else? Loretta's march? What does Loretta have to do with all of this?
It says, march on campus. The corrupt and criminal administration will not silence us. We will make our voices heard. September 22nd, 7 p.m., admin building. Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Must have been some kind of protest? Or riot? The Abraxas logo. Killers. What does all this mean? I can't go back far enough to stop this.
The L2 button is the time rewind.
I can't go back far enough to stop this.
But the rewind power for max only goes back generally, what, about like half a
What happened
minute,
here?
maybe? Abraxas, what other skeletons are you hiding? Is one of the signs. Lakeport remembers. No more lies.
Doesn't look like enough to start a fire. What the hell? Where did all this anger come from?
Caledon kill. The Caledon statue says,
Where did
stop
all
the
this
lies.
come from?
Get us out of here!
Hang on! I will get help! I can't get in here!
Someone set this fire on purpose.
Killers and no more lies graffitiing.
Damn it!
Temporarily out of order.
The security, there's students trapped in the atrium.
No shit, you need to clear out now.
The whole campus is burning. This is so horrible.
Max! Help!
Moses? Hold on! I'm coming!
Max, hurry, the roof is caving in! No!
No. Come on. Come on. I'll save you, Moses. I'll save everyone. Just give me time. No smoke. No screams. I did it. Oh God, I did it. I jumped into a photo again. I'm sure this won't have terrible, far-reaching consequences for the school or the people I love. What have I done? It's Friday. The fire started Sunday evening. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have come back. Maybe I'll just fuck everything up. But maybe I can't fuck it up any more than it already was. I'm here now. I can do something. I have to do something.
These games always have the, like, you can just listen to music for a little bit on a bench or something and just observe.
What did I do after I took this photo? It feels like a lifetime ago. Yes, I was going to see Moses. If anyone will know what to do, it's the physicist who studies time travel. And we will do something. My powers are complicated, and they can be dangerous. But this is my home, and I won't let it. Oh my God. Hi, Hazel.
Max, big night tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm sorry. Something really, really big has come up. I can't make it this weekend.
You are kidding me. Max, these are not the kind of people you want to cancel on.
I'm so sorry for the late notice. I only just found out myself.
Okay, I see this all the time. Young, talented artist on the verge of stardom. You're feeling some jitters. I get it.
No, it's not that. I know what I need to do. It's so peaceful. But for how long? Moses should be waiting for me in his office.
Okay, the main goal is going to be meeting Moses for hot chocolate.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this. He's smiling, but you know he feels empty inside.
Continuing the journal. Breathe, just breathe. Don't pass out. There's too much to do. I smelt the fire before I saw it. The smoke was thick by the time I drove into campus. I was already starting to wonder what I could do. If I used my power, would it help or just make everything worse? Then I saw Moses and I stopped thinking at all. Moses and I have spent this year studying rewind. It took a lot of convincing, but after seeing what happened when Safi lost control of her powers, it was certain that the more we know, the safer I'll be. Moses treats my powers like a question that can be answered, not a curse or a liability. It's been a long time since I've felt like that. We never tested my ability to rewind into a photo as badly as Moses wanted to study it. After hearing about everything that happened in Arcadia Bay, he agreed it wasn't worth the risk, and it wasn't. Up until the moment he fell through the roof. One thing was clear after months of testing: I can theoretically use my powers, all of my powers, without breaking the world. Guess it's time to test that theory. What even happened here? I was gone for a weekend and everything went to shit. I took crosstalk off my phone, Pros, productivity boost. Cons, didn't hear about a disaster on campus. In his texts, Moses was clearly waiting until I got home to tell me something. But if violent protest was closing in, would he really be cryptic about it? Okay, what do I know so far? I heard the cops talking about a house called Vermont. That's where the fire started, and the protest? Did Loretta start a mob? I know she can be tenacious, but that would be a new level. Will Moses think I did the right thing? Thankfully, I don't have to send wonder he's still alive, so I can ask him.
Is a jack-o'-lantern series too on the nose for a New England photographer? His students don't call him Space Daddy for nothing, no matter how often he tells them not to.
It's the Everett Observatory Lecture Series, Mondays at 2 p.m. in the planetarium. Next week's topic, Astrophysics is for Everyone. A no dumb questions introduction to the stars by Moses Murphy, graduate student.
Do I study astronomy? No. Do I stare up at these and think big thoughts about the universe? Why, yes.
Space, the majestic tapestry with Caledon faculty member Moses Murphy.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
6-episode podcast out. And 20-minute cosmic projection experience Monday and Thursday, 7 p.m. at the Feinblum.
The Planetarium, haven for astronomers and stoners alike. I told Moses they should add a laser light show, but apparently that's not the point of planetariums.
The planets on parade, a journey through our solar system. Little moon exhibit area here. Black holes beyond the event horizon. You've discovered a flyer for a podcast. You can select listen to sit down and listen to it. Keep an eye out for more.
Secrets, corruption, occultism, power. Welcome back to Abraxas, Caledon's only podcast dedicated to uncovering the hidden underbelly of the Abraxas Society. I am your host, Loretta Rice. This is episode 4, The Hall of Secrets. It has long been known that Abraxas is no ordinary campus club. It seems to operate by its own rules and logic. Take their recent battle with the administration over housing. The Abraxas House is a Caledon-owned building at the periphery of Lakeport. After the storm, President Owen Teller declared the building uninhabitable and quickly advanced plans to have it condemned. Now, Whatever one thinks about the administration's expansion plans, branded Caledon 2.0, university bylaws are very clear that Abraxas students must submit to relocation or risk disciplinary action. But this is not what happened. Instead, students have been returning to the building, squatting in their old rooms, and staging disruptive protests. The planned demolition has been set back indefinitely. Now, my role as a journalist is not to pick sides, but to uncover the truth. And I have come to believe that the reason for Abraxas' peculiar leverage may rest inside the very house they are illegitimately occupying. Sources tell me of a section in the Abraxas house known as the Hall of Secrets. What is contained within it? No one knows. But I'm told it has been passed down for decades and remains very well concealed from even the most senior Abraxas members. It stands to reason that these secrets hold the key to understanding not just Abraxas, but also its peculiar hold over Caledon University. I, your faithful reporter, will not rest until I have uncovered the Hall of Secrets myself and revealed what lies within.
Loretta really started a trend around campus. Every extrovert with a microphone has a podcast now. Moses, I'm from the future. I bring dark tidings of... No, too biblical. When we were on the road, Chloe loved pointing out Venus and Mars to me in the night sky. Yasmin's replacement has some big ideas for the school. Kinda wish he'd keep them to himself.
The Lakeport Daily News. New president promises a bold new Caledon. Dr. Owen Teller, new president of Caledon University, pictured next to Dr. Yasmin Fayyad, former president. Dr. Owen Teller will be the first to admit that he has big shoes to fill. In September, he became Caledon University's new president after the longtime tenure of Dr. Yasmin Fayyad. Since then, he's faced many detractors who question whether his proposed campus expansion and corporate partnerships are in keeping with Caledon's values. But Teller is undeterred. As a proud Caledon alumnus, I'm delighted to return to my alma mater and shepherd the school into a new era. He tells me over cappuccino in the Everett Observatory Cafe. Caledon has weathered many storms in the past year, both literal and reputational. But as we begin the arduous work of rebuilding, it stops there.
My classroom is the great outdoors. At least until it starts snowing.
Ever stop looking up? Alright, pausing just for a very brief moment. I'm going to get... So you don't need to pause. Drink's right here.
I told Dr. Jordan he didn't need to convince me. My own conversations with you were sufficient, not to mention your student ratings. Your intro courses are 9s in a sea of 4s. For you to be so highly regarded, especially by non-majors, is... Well, very highly regarded, it seems.
Max? You okay?
Sorry. Long day. You were saying?
I was just telling Moses that he is officially invited to join the Caledon faculty once he becomes Dr. Murphy next year.
Right, the job offer. I remember. I mean... It was a foregone conclusion. Moses is the best. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still taking it in. But President Teller's plans for the physics department are very exciting.
This building is the one real investment that Caledon has made in the sciences. With 4 departments under one roof, we need to expand. And that's just the beginning. In a few years, the whole school will look like this, a cutting-edge research institution to rival MIT.
I thought most students came to Caledon for liberal arts.
Currently, yes. But if we want to remain competitive and move past the events of last year, Caledon needs to modernize. Dr. Fayyad was a great leader, and she had an eye for talent. Finding Moses was one of her many successes. But she had an idealistic streak, which reminds me, Max, do your students still have all A's?
Everyone who's still in the class has an A, but plenty of students dropped when they realized how tough it would be.
I noticed that too. Not the academic curve we strive for, but perhaps that wasn't covered in your orientation.
Max isn't a traditional academic, but she's amazing with her students. Like you said, Yasmin has an eye for talent. She was even talking about creating a photography major.
It's not that I doubt your talent, Max. You're just a beneficiary of her short-sightedness. I mean, a professor, an instructor with no teaching experience or terminal degree, living rent-free in the house that was once reserved for visiting luminaries? It's like, how was this allowed to happen?
Wow. I do not remember this conversation being such a disaster.
Well, duty calls. Moses, contact my office if you have any questions about the offer.
Man, that guy is just dying to fire me.
You already knew about my job offer. But you had to remember, so... You're not rewinding from later today, are you?
You're good. I'm back from Sunday.
Did you jump back into a photo? We agreed that that was too dangerous.
If you saw the alternative, I think you'd agree it was worth the risk.
What happened? Did something go wrong with the gallery show?
No, the show was great, incredible, but while I was gone, something at Caledon went very, very wrong. There was a protest about something. It turned into a riot. By the time I got back, the whole campus was on fire. Look.
That's definitely the campus on fire. Compositionally, it is a bit more abstract than usual.
I wasn't trying to take a photo. I dropped my camera when I saw you. Moses, I'm sorry, but I saw you.
Oh. Wow. Where was I?
On the roof. I tried to help, but I couldn't get inside.
Working on a Sunday. I need more hobbies. Okay. Before you came back here through the photo, did you try to rewind in the fire?
I tried, but I couldn't save anyone. I've never felt so powerless before. All that destruction, and there was nothing I could do.
That's not true. You bought us time. Time that we'll make the most of. So, where should we start? Fire department? They'll just laugh at us. We should act normal. Search for clues, talk to suspects without rousing suspicion. Which is exactly what your powers are perfect for. Did we do any rewind testing when you were here the first time?
No, we just talked about my trip over hot chocolate.
Then let's change that. We'll practice your skills, and if you run into any danger this weekend, you'll be ready.
Let's get to work.
It's interesting given that
Moses is right. I need to be prepared for this weekend.
this is the third Max Caulfield game. And we were in this office in the previous game trying to run and hide. In double exposure.
Yasmin has been through hell in the last year. Not that she didn't deserve some of it, but still.
Moses, thank you for your card. My time at Caledon didn't end quite as I might have hoped, but I know that the school is in capable hands. I remember when Sophia first met you and how excited she was to make such a bright new friend. I hope that wherever she is now, she knows how lucky she is to have made friends like you and Maxine, fondly Yasmin.
Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3 because he, quote, needed to unsee that. You really understand how I'm feeling right now? Turtle strapped to a rocket booster? Aw, May's at the vet. I was in the mood for another staring contest.
May Jemison the lizard is at the vet. Possible respiratory infection. She will return soon. No, you may not spend class time writing her get well soon notes.
A cutting from Maya's memorial tree. We're planning to give it to Sophie, if she ever comes back. Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his Control-Z. Moses' pride and joy. Though he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying my powers.
Meanwhile, Moses is just patiently waiting.
I was really worried when Moses said I should practice my powers. But he was sure we could do it safely, and so far, he's been right. Moses is so passionate about physics, but as far as I can tell, physics is just loading screens. Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long?
Hey boo, hope you're enjoying your favorite season. Sorry I can't visit until Thanksgiving, but until then, enjoy the flowers. Love, Tony.
Sophie's been radio silent for almost a year. I wish we knew where she was. I'm 90% sure that Harold isn't real. Moses just made up a fake grad student to get an office all to himself.
Moses, you have the run of this entire lab. Please leave me my little fiefdom, this humble desk and computer. I'll be back in 2 weeks, and I would love if there weren't any simulations running on this machine when I get back. Harold.
You really missed your calling as the host of a children's science show.
There's still time. Let's begin. What was drawn on that card?
Seriously?
I never joke about testing, Max.
And yet you're such a ham. One moment. I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as only two nerds could. I wish they would have met. We've covered a lot of ground these past months together. No crazy storms in the 9 months that we've been testing my powers. That's something.
August 2nd, attempted to capture footage of subject during a teleportation test using infrared camera. As expected, footage showed hotspots at subject starting and ending positions, with a slight change in atmospheric temperature consistent with subject's path across the room. August 9th, no testing, lunch in Burlington. August 16th, repetition testing. Subject broke, rewound, and unbroke the same mug 20 times. No nosebleeds or fatigue. No future repetition tests per subject's request. August 23rd, no testing. Subject needed tech support with the Caledon Teachers Portal. August 30th, discuss plans for future tests, monthly check of subject's vitals, no changes. September 6th, no testing. Machine Angel Marathon. September 13th, testing the upper limits of subject's rewind window. Subject and tester set a timer for 10 minutes. When alarm sounded, subject rewound as far back as she could without strain. Average rewind time after 5 attempts. 5 minutes, 42 seconds, no nosebleeds or fatigue.
Yeah. About that whole avoid section.
Safe. Rewinding 5 minutes or less. Rewinding with objects. Small changes made in the past. Rewinding in front of others. Why don't people notice when Max teleports? Perceptual completion, the influence of schemas, untested timeline shifting. No evidence of other timeline time seen since the merge. Avoid photo jumping, large changes made in the past.
People started talking about Sophie's death like it was a bad dream. Then they stopped talking about it at all.
Caledon graduate student falsely reported dead. Police blame computer error. Residents experience short-term memory loss in the wake of the perfect storm. Caledon's unanswered questions. Local meteorologists are struggling to explain how a Category 3 storm could strike the area with no warning last week. But as the town of Lakeport struggles to rebuild, even stranger questions are coming to light. Caledon University graduate student Sophia Llewellyn-Fayad was seen on campus the same day that Lakeport police were interviewing suspects regarding her death. This reporter remembers reading Llewellyn-Fayad's obituary in this very paper, though electronic records from the day have become corrupted and inaccessible. Interviews with Caledon students and faculty revealed further discrepancies. None of them had any memory of Llewellyn-Fayad's death, though some recalled seeing a flower-covered memorial on campus the previous week. Llewellyn-Fayad was unavailable for comment.
After everything with the timelines last year, Moses thinks my powers might have evolved in other ways. Not sure if I want to know if he's right.
Theoretical new powers fast forward, tailor rewind, rewinding one item, area, or person, but not the rest. Photo jumping into photos max isn't it. Some success in the past, but inconclusive, possibly unsafe. Photo jumping into a photo and remaining indefinitely. Unsure of ramifications, won't test. Discovering and shifting to other timelines, splitting the timeline into two again. No plans to test, could kill Safi.
Moses has been tracking weather patterns along with our rewind testing. No correlation yet. I'm a good guinea pig. For the most part.
Yoink!
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil Swordmaster Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find the answer somewhere in this very room.
Who cares? It's a one-strike question. Test failed.
You're the worst.
How dare Moses be good at art and physics? Some of us can barely be good at one thing. Safi's been radio silent for almost a year. I wish we knew where she was. I doubt this little guy starred in No True Samurai, but anime can surprise me. Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long? Who was the murder victim? Frostbite? Maybe a fireflinger did the deed. Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his Control-Z. Don't worry, Swordmaster Frostbite. I'll find your killer. Moses' pride and joy. Though, he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying.
Get us out of here!
A high school girl? The plot thickens. But what's her name?
Swordmaster Frostbite has plans for world domination, and nothing can stop him. Until a bookish high school girl learns that she is the reincarnation of an ancient samurai warrior. With her two best friends, Hana Ishihara and Azumi Kondo, our hero must find the courage to face Swordmaster Frostbite and save the world. But how can she prevail? After all, she is no true samurai.
You probably are a true samurai, actually.
Like, those are kind of the three names relating to...
You probably are a true samurai, actually.
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Hana Ishihara?
Sorry, wrong answer.
So it must be the other name. Take a look. Doesn't really say there, but it is the other. It must be the other one.
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Izumi Kanda?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay, so there were two other possible answers. So it's not one of those two.
A cutting from Maya's memorial tree. We're planning to give it to Sophie, if she ever comes back. Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3. Here she is. But what's your name, young lady? Mina Hiramatsu. If I make it through this weekend, I promise to marathon your work with Moses. I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as only two nerds could. I wish they would have met.
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Mina Hiramatsu.
Mina Hiramatsu, the badass high schooler.
Correct! Are you ready for test number 2? Please hand me the object behind that locked door.
Alright, we got to get to the cabinet. Oh, I think there's a well, there is a cabinet here.
What is he up to now?
If you want me to do something other than break into this thing with a screwdriver, speak now.
I'm just observing my test subject.
Good to hear.
So main objectives we have meet Moses for hot chocolate and practice rewind, and secondary objectives learn who killed the Swordmaster and get Moses what is locked in the closet. We have gotten meet Moses for hot chocolate and then learn who killed the Swordmaster.
Haven't had to break into something for a while. But it's probably just like stealing a bike.
You just love watching me break things for science.
I know I won't remember it, but I still love watching it.
Damn. It's never simple in the time dojo.
Max is not affected by rewind. She retains facts and inventory objects. Rewind L2. Okay, so we gotta go back. Pressing L2 to rewind.
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up? Okay, I'm probably not going to develop hand-eye coordination in the next few minutes. Need another plan.
Now let's see if there are any other tools or.
I'll need the mug. A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up? Moses' secret contraband kettle out in the open? A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up? I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as only two nerds could. I wish they would have met.
I am not sure, because it's like if you do this, if you just try to open it,
A
it
test
breaks.
where I get to break into things?
So...
Okay, I'm probably not going to develop hand-eye coordination in the next few minutes. Need another plan. I'll need the mug intact to give it to Moses. How can I keep it from breaking? I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as only two...
I gotta think through. I just don't know that I missed anything. There must be another way, right? Like, that breaks it.
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up? You probably are a true samurai, actually.
Like, what could I be missing? Just don't get what I could be missing.
If I want to get that mug, I'll have to find some way to protect it when it falls.
Protecting it when it falls, so you need kind of a cushion or something on the ground to protect it.
Moses' pride and joy. Though, he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying my powers. This could protect the mug.
Here's the cushion.
If it wasn't currently in pieces. How dare Moses be good at art and physics? Some of us can barely be good at one thing. You're not my mystery killer, but I'm sure you have plenty of crimes to your name. Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long? I'll need the mug intact to give it to Moses. How can I keep it from breaking? This could protect the mug, if it wasn't currently in pieces.
Okay, so I think what I need to do is rewind so that it's not in pieces.
This could protect the mug, if it wasn't currently in pieces.
So I think what we got to do is we got to rewind this. So it's closed again and not broken. Past that point with the dot.
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up? Hey, Cushion. Want to save a mug in distress?
And now we can grab the cushion from the chair and bring it over to the cabinet to save the mug.
Is this a bonus rewind test? Did you want the mug to fall?
No. That's just a lucky break.
A test where I get to break into things? Yes! I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as...
Max, you have to unbust the door.
What? Fixing it wasn't part of the test?
I think you know that it was.
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
Okay, so we also need to unbust the door. We rewinded.
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
Thanks. I'll put the kettle on. Meet me on the X when you're ready.
Literally step on the X on the ground. Test 3.
Probably not a buried treasure, but you never know.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. I want you to teleport to this side of the room in a particular moment. Specifically, the moment before this mug hits the ground.
Moses!
It does that sometimes. I'm gonna count to 3.
Moses!
Ah!
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Guess I'll have to do this myself.
Sometimes. Max, why'd you leave the X? What happened?
Fire happened.
Whoa. And I was just gonna let it spark. Well, thank you, teleporting Max. What?
That didn't happen before. We had hot chocolate last time, but it didn't combust. I just got back and I'm already changing things.
That's fascinating. Probably best to skip on the hot chocolate today. Let's debrief when you're ready.
I think it's a good stopping point for now. Thanks for watching. We are now a bit over an hour and a half into the game. So it's a good stopping point.